sterile, single use. Nothing we put in the nose is sterile. Right? It's just not a sterile area. So it directs you to a degree. So when you're doing it, you're going to attach your syringe here. I'm not going to attach it yet because I'm just going to kind of show you. But you ultimately want this to be aiming medial and posterior, right? So when I put it in, have it retracted. I know it's coming in this way. When I turn it, you can see this indicator on the sides. You can pick whatever indicator you want to look at. That's going to tell me, like I know this open one is going to tell me that when I push this in, it's going to go that direction, which is where I want it to go, okay? And it basically goes straight down. And our goal is to make contact with the sphenopalatine ganglia. Once that happens, you should see some degree of a Horner's sign. You guys, everyone know Horner's sign? A Horner's sign you'll get anytime you really contact any sort of nerve bundle or nerve ganglia, and it's going to be really three main things that you're going to look for. There's going to be some redness showing up in the eyes, there's going to be some eye watering, and there's actually going to be a temperature increase on that cheek, on the ipsilateral cheek. Sometimes, I think these kits, sometimes they used to come with temperature indicator strips. They're commonly used for deployment of an anesthetic for the ganglia for chronic migraines or intractable migraines. That's not what we're using it for. So, and after it's deployed, pull this back up, pull it out, easy peasy.
Can you use it with Botox for migraines, put it in there?
I don't know if Botox is like a mucosal adhering molecule or if it has to be injected. You do aesthetics.
I think it has to be injected. Yeah.
I knew a doctor in the past used to do that.
Okay, so for the patient, I usually like them to tilt their chin up as much as possible so that I can go as straight back as I possibly can. And I usually have them blow their nose beforehand. She already did that. So again, I'm going in with this straight. I'm gonna turn it medially so that I know this goes medially. Cool? All right, my dear. Go straight back here. It feels very weird, very uncomfortable. You're gonna go back until you feel it against the bone. You'll turn it, you'll advance it, and then we're gonna gently spray.
Do you do both nostrils?
I do. I give her a break in between.
Okay.
Not
Don't,
bad, right?
don't swallow, don't swallow.
So you can see already she's starting to water and she's getting the redness.
Yeah.
And you can see this cheek even starting to get a little more red already. Very subtle, but so we've got our Horner's sign and that's confirming our placement. You can see the watering and the redness and it's cool to compare. But if you even feel her cheek, like if you guys want to take a feel, there's a temperature difference.
Oh yeah.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
So that's a nice feedback confirmation, right? Like with injections, we have ultrasound. With this, we got our Horner's sign.
That wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it's usually pretty easy. And the Horner's sign will subside within a few minutes. I usually just like to give them a little bit of a break in between. So again, we're going to deploy this, and I'm going to be turning it again medially, so it's going to come out that way, and we're going to go in that other direction. All right, you ready for the next one? So straight back, contact bone, turn it in, push it back, and gentle deploy.
So when she's done, she accidentally sneezes.
And again, really pretty quick. We're starting to water over here with redness, and we're warm.
Can you just explain that? I know it's medial posterior, but
Yeah. So this is your top indicator that you're looking at, so that you know where it's going to go. And
One in every crowd.
I'm going to go on her right side. I'm going to turn this medially, so when I push it through, we're contacting inside like that.
got
As
it.
it's the palatine ganglia, it kind of sits posterior like
So
that.
that the front is just telling you that's your starting point,
Yep.
and you just want to
And
make
you
sure it's
can-
going medial
Yep.
posterior.
Yep.
Okay.
And you can practice with it too before you actually inject it, so you know. So you're like, okay, which
Could
way
you
is it
inject
gonna
it with it already, having this already turned to the side you want it?
go? Well, it's going to just be harder to get it down.
Gotcha.
Right, because now it's going to stick out, so it's going to catch when you're on the inside. So the goal is you want to get it down there till you contact bone, because then you know you're at the bony prominence, and then you turn it, and then take care, guys. Turn it and advance it, or advance it then turn it. But either way, you want to make sure you made the contact first, so you know you're there. Cool, love it. When you become bionic, let us know.
How long do I lay here for?
I usually have people lay there just for a few minutes, usually until the Horner's sign has